like trolling with the whole they lost to Plymouth. Come on.
Liverpool's like the best team in the world type shit right now?
Right now,
no?
Liverpool is the best team in the world.
Damn. Well, I'm a bandwagon fan, so I'm going to go ahead and say I'm a Liverpool fan.
See, somebody just said they aren't winning the league. They're up by 7 with how many matches left? 13?
I'll have Jarvis on counter measures.
And the weird thing about the Premier League is the tiebreaker is goal difference, not head-to-head.
Goal difference, not head-to-head. That is weird.
Yeah, so it's your goal difference on all 38 matches.
Damn. So whoever owned their matches the hardest.
So yeah, so that's the key. People saying they will choke is funny. See, just when you thought he couldn't be less likable, he declares he's a Liverpool fan. It was like the Lakers losing to a college team, but that is the FA Cup. Go look at first of all, go look at the roster they threw out there. Like that when Liverpool lost to the
Plymouth.
Yeah, the minor league team, they weren't playing their ace. They weren't playing any of their starters. But anyway, all right. So now let's refocus here. Wow, It's a 10-minute break.
Is it? Oh my God.
You got a lot of time to fill, Tarik. What's interesting for your?
What's interesting right now? The
Besides,
NRG news got confirmed. That's interesting.
The NRG. Oh, right, because that was last week when we were streaming.
Yeah.
That rumor broke.
We're talking about the rumors, and now it's locked in. I think that's the most exciting thing happening right now, probably.
Yeah, I think kind of looking at all of it, looking at what people had said, I think the question for Verno, right, is he's young and cracked, but he has to figure out how to be part of a team, and there was no question that that's not what was happening.
Internal issue, not a skill issue.
Yeah, because when you heard, I don't know if you saw the tweets from Jamie from NRG, who's their director or his chief gaming officer, right? It was basically saying the winning covered up the issues they were having, right? It's like they were already having issues.
Right. I think they were saying along the lines of like the wins kind of delayed.
Yeah.
Like the inevitable, maybe.
It's like, even if your practices are bad and your comms are bad, but you win, you're like, well, okay, we're winning. And then it was like, oh, okay.
Rossi's going to LEV, chat?
Longer term for the
year. Where's that, chat?
Right? So this is the one window. I think people thought, okay, you have enough time to figure it out. And plus, Brock and Mata played together.
Yeah.
So you have some continuity there. It'll be interesting to see because there's no question Verno is a cracked player.
I guess Bonkar went down with the ship. Like,
I have no idea what happened
hill
there.
Of Verno.
Yeah, I have no idea what happened there. Like, yeah, if he basically backed Verno in that, I do not know.
He's got to be, but seems, I don't know. Seems a little strange on that one. But who's the coach they got? Chat.
Brock and Mike's.
Thieves? Oh, Mike's. Oh, yeah, they got Mike's. Yeah, from 100 Thieves. 100 Thieves ex-coach. That's right. That's right. I mean, finding a coach is hard, too. There's not too many options.
Especially in the middle of the season.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, I just closed
There would have been nothing funnier than if they brought Chet back.
Oh, my God. Well, Chet is still banned, but I think it's coming up soon.
It goes through the Bangkok.
Oh, it's under the Bangkok, right? That's right. Yeah.
They needed to offer him Raising Cane's.
Yeah.
That's what they needed to offer Chet. He needed Raising Cane's. Chet's not a McDonald's chicken nuggets guy. He's a Raising Cane's guy. I think that was the key.
Here's another one right now. I don't know how true it is. Rossi's reached a verbal agreement to join Leviathan, replacing Nathan or Natank. Yeah, that could be true too. I guess Lev is just becoming like an NA team. Well, not really, because Tech's technically German. And Demon One's technically Russian. But I don't know if they're born there or if they're like born in the US.
But at this point, they're all now they're just English colonists, right?
Like King is like the one guy.
Oh, you're right.
I think King is like their only like original. This one's confirmed. People are saying, damn, Rossi to Lev. Interesting. Or not Tank. It could be spicy.
Yeah, it was interesting because you and I had this conversation about Leviathan, and I kept saying their wins weren't that impressive. So that's when I kept telling you I thought MIBR was going to beat them.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. VCT talent predictions. First team eliminated. All right, we're in neither list. How funny is that? We're in neither list. We're not in a winner or a first team out.
Oh, that's true. G2's got the pressure coming into this one, but they've had pressure.
Someone asked who the fuck is Rob. He's the CEO of Sentinels and Tarik's adopted father.
Does someone in chat say that?
Yeah, people still sometimes people show up and they're like, who's that voice? Or they say, who's that old guy?
They figure it out.
The other one. Now, is there another page of those predictions?
No, I don't think so. Let me see here.
Interesting.
No, it's just these categories they did. Top. This is predictions for top played map, top player at ACS. Damn, a lot of Kang and Derke, yeah. And then eliminated as Liquid. Yeah, 8-team event. Yeah. It's Rob. How are you gonna watch the matches?
Yeah, but again, it's like
it's insane.
Our match, it's like our match is Wednesday night, Thursday morning. But again, we play.
Oh yeah, it is Wednesday night. It's true.
We play the second match. So you don't know what time it's gonna start. So you could like wake up at 4 a.m. and you're like, oh, they're going 3. Right. If G2 Trace is either a stomp, then you could miss the start, or it goes 3 and you're sitting there for an hour.
Right. If the first match flies by, you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's brutal being the second match. But
yeah, the schedule for
if you're on the East Coast or Europe, you're super happy. East Coast, at least then you kind of wake up and then you're kind of awake.
There's a thread on the Reddit talking about how like the lead up to Bangkok feels kind of stale in terms of like the hype and promotion. I'm not sure. Like people were saying like Madrid was so much more hype last year.
Ooh, it's all blur from last year because that was so much. Is there a bigger gap? There couldn't have been a smaller gap because like the team won on Friday, got on a plane the next Friday, so you couldn't.
That's a short gap, though. It's a very short gap, I would say, right?
Yeah. Then it starts Thursday. Like I said, I think the biggest issue is just the time zones, right? Because it's just in the middle of the night again. It does kind of suck that champs were middle of the night and now Bangkok's middle of the night.
Oh, this is a good point. It's missing a lot of like the.
Well, yeah. If you look, teams. Because maybe if you look at my tweet today, which is just a retweet of Liquidpedia, there's a stat Liquidpedia came up with, which is maybe part of the problem, right?
Of the teams attending Valorant Masters Bangkok, only Sentinels are previous winners, having done so at 2 separate rosters. Yeah, it's like none of the a lot of the other big orgs are out of it, or let alone the winners. Damn, that's interesting.
So I think maybe that's part of the issue, right? Of like who's there versus so like you don't have Loud, you don't have Fnatic, you don't have Gen G.
It's fun because there's a chance for a new winner, though. There is that.
And there's a chance for a third trophy. I guess it's not a three-peat because a three-peat's in a row, but or you could have Sentinels win their third. So you only have 2 choices. One of 7 wins their first.
Where's Masters?
Where's Masters or Sentinels wins their third. Because is EDG the only one who's won an international event?
Yeah, they got the champs. Yeah.
Yeah. So EDG got this most. So EDG is a defending title holder from champs.
Yes.
Right. So, but other than that, you are dealing with 6 teams. You have 6 teams who've never won a trophy. So
yeah, none of these other guys have. No.
So I think that's part of it. I think once it gets going, then I feel like this can be super competitive.
Yeah, I think so. I think so as well.
Like I think if the G2 Trace match is competitive, then you could have all 8 teams just scrapping it out.
Does Trace have a chance versus G2? Is Trace?
Well, they did beat EDG in their kickoff. They beat EDG the first time they played.
Oh yeah.
And they lost to them the second time they played.
I see it now.
So
they beat them pretty bad too. 13-4, 13-4 in the first one. But then EDG got their revenge.
So the other thing is the 2 Chinese teams have a substantial advantage versus everybody else because they played so early, right? They hadn't necessarily adopted the team comps yet, so you don't really know what they're going to be doing because you have to assume, right? They've now had a lot of time to evaluate the other teams and sort out the meta. So you could have Trace suddenly be playing totally different comps than they were playing in the kickoff.
Yeah, because their event started. They finished up way sooner, right?
Yeah, because if I remember, now chat, correct me, I think in the Chinese kickoff, did they even have Taeho or they didn't have Taeho for the first week? Or they might not have had Taeho at all. I can't remember. But they definitely didn't have Taeho the first week of the Chinese kickoff. So that, I think, is the issue, is Right? They could show up with different comps that they're not ready for.
Yeah, not for the first week, they're saying.
And it was tough for G2, even though they beat us. Going 5 wasn't great because then they are, again, now G2's pretty much showed their, right? They showed every map. That's the tweet from Jamie I was talking about.
Yeah, the chief gaming officer for NRG.
See, someone said they had it but didn't play it, but I feel like there was, because they started earlier because of Chinese New Year. I think they couldn't play it the first week. So, by the way, Derke, that was, that's
win without them.
That's, well, are you sad you didn't win? It's like they dumped him. Like, of course. Like, what do you expect he's gonna say?
Was that what went down for Fnatic?
Yes. They decided after last year where they kind of are always kind of bouncing along, right? They came in 6th at champs. They didn't qualify for kickoff. Did they go to Shanghai and not do well? So I guess they assumed they needed a change, but I guess maybe that was the wrong person to change. That's
also just put a fire under him too, probably. It's like it's like Luka.
The Luka effect.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that too.
See, this is what's gonna happen with Luka.
The fire is a real thing, though. Once you replace a player like that and you give him motivation, it is real.
No question. Derke and Luka. So that's the thing I can take from a vitality trophy instead of ours. Is that's the like indicator what's gonna happen with Luka on the Lakers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Derke, Luka, they kind of sound the same. And I would definitely rather see Vitality win than G2. So if we're out, I'm a Derke fan.
DRX. Wait, who's on DRX again? Let me see what their team is right now.
All right. So since we have, it's map about to start.
I think we're about to start soon. Yeah. Yeah, this DRX team is
it is starting.
Weird now.
They're loading in.
They're loading in.
I think.
They only have Mako chat from the original team, huh?